What's going on, world? It's your boy Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World, and I'm back again to do another great interview. Comic creators, you know, that's my thing. It's what I've done, and what I still love to do. And we also have another multi-hyphenate in the house because he does a lot, and he also dabbles in comic books. You know him as a comedian, writer, singer, actor. He's done a lot of different things, but he is super awesome in regards to this project, Dark Regards. And we're about to learn some truth, y'all, because there was some stuff spread on the internet, and now we're gonna break the internet a little bit. I have the amazing Dave Hill. How are you, Dave?
Great, thanks for having me.
An honor and pleasure, sir, to have you. As I said before, it's cool when you find out things of certain things that you love. I'm a big fan of John Oliver. Last week tonight, and to find out that you and the Valley Lodge band did the title track for that was just amazing. And I got to vibe to your music video for it real quick, and it was really cool to see. I got to show my wife this now because we're big fans.
Thanks. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love that show too, and super psyched they chose our song to be the theme song. And now it's been like 12 years now, I think, maybe. Pretty crazy.
A long time, but you've been killing it. But we're gonna flip the switch and get really metal. And I love these covers. I love this artwork. In May, with you and Oni Press, one of my favorite comic book studios out there.
Yeah, they're awesome.
You're putting some fingers to keyboard or pen to pad to give us a comic series based on some truth of your past, some internet stuff. I'm not sure what is real and what is true. I read that you were part of a metal band in high school, and then later on there's like something happened with an interview with Malcolm Gladwell. Can we talk about what all went down and what leads us to this comic series?
Well, I mean, it all started like years ago, just out of boredom. I was, as a fan of Norwegian black metal, like one night there was this website. I don't think it exists anymore, but it was Full Moon Productions, like FMP666.com. And it was like this black metal website, and there was a contact page where there was all these black metal bands' email addresses. And I was just going down the line just for my own entertainment, writing emails to them, like, you can, and basically most of them basically I was calling them, like, what I thought you guys were really extreme, but I listened to this total wuss music. I was just kind of writing emails like that, and I thought it was a band, but it was actually ended up being a Norwegian black metal label. I wrote to them, and we corresponded for like 6 months, and I was, again, just doing it for my own enjoyment, not intending for anyone to ever see it or be on the internet or anything like that. I made up this thing that I had this band Witch Taint, which is a name I just made up like as I was writing the guy. And, my alter ego Lance from Gary, Indiana. And I started sharing the emails with a couple friends who were also into black metal, and then they started sharing them with people, and eventually a friend of a friend wanted to build a whole website with all these emails exchanged with. So the real emails, the origin of this whole thing, you can read at theblackmetaldialogues.com, and it's me emailing with this label. And it wasn't a thing where I was like, making fun of this guy. I think really, if you read the emails, it's like he's a totally reasonable, nice guy who's being very patient with a moron, which is to say me. And I wouldn't have let the emails out if I thought it was like making fun of someone else. It's really making fun of me.
Yeah.
And I think anyway. And then so, these emails came out and they went, crazy or viral or whatever. And among the fans was Malcolm Gladwell, who's a buddy of mine, and he's kind of a ground floor Witch Taint fan. And then he had me on his Broken Record podcast, which is sort of the spine of the comic book, is me. I mean, so this is kind of the nuggets of the reality of the jumping off point for Dark Regards, this comic book. And it's basically the truth, of me being a comedian in New York and kind of getting obsessed with black metal and writing these emails and stuff like that. And then, it kind of spins off in a fantasy world from there. But but a lot of it is, you know, just fully based in reality. So,
So it's
but
pseudo autobiographical slightly.
yeah, there's a lot of autobiographical details in there. I mean, if you read the, you know, the emails are all there at the blackmetaldialogues.com, so you can kind of read. That's the sort of like the origin of this whole thing, and and how it all came about. You know, and eventually leading to this amazing comic book. I think, you know, Artyom Topilin is an amazing artist. It's so cool, and it's so cool seeing like all the alternate covers that different artists are doing. I actually did one of them, limited edition cover that will include my blood in the ink, as well as the publisher
What?
Hunter Goranson and Carl Baller's editor. Yeah, we're really committed. So our actual blood is in like limited edition run of the first issue, which I drew the cover for. And
Oh wow,
yeah, and
that
I'm
is
super.
metal as fuck. Excuse my
Yeah,
language. I love that.
no, yeah, it is. It's pretty like, I don't know. I'm just psyched about the whole thing because being like a Kiss fan as a kid, and you know they did that. I mean, let's be honest, we fully ripped it off from Kiss because they did it with their comic book, and then, and you know, I'm psyched to be doing comics. I've always drawn. I didn't draw this one aside from, you know, the one cover,
Uh,
but just to be like, I mean, I couldn't. I mean, the Artyom and all these other artists who are, you know, total god. It would take me 20 years to draw a comic book series. So, but there was a point when young Dave Hill was like, "Oh, maybe I'll do that." So, just to even be involved, writing it and, you know, creating it, and then working with such an amazing artist, Artyom, who's just, you know, really, it's so cool to write it and just be like, here's what's going on, and then have someone, you know, be like, here's what I see, you know, just based on reading your, you know, script for the whole thing. It's so cool to see, like, and you know, and I really didn't, there wasn't like a lot of direct. I wanted him to really like to have it be like his drawings, and you know, I wasn't like, make this guy have a mustache, make this person, you know, he
yeah.
really did his thing, and it's so killer, and so I'm just psyched, man.
Hell yeah, that sounds super cool. I dig it. So, semi-autobiographical. Would you say that people need to, although it'd be awesome, right, to go check out the vlogs on the website beforehand, or it's open for people to just enter from issue one, and then if you want to
Yeah.
go back to get more, that'll like really envelop you into the world. Would you
Yeah,
say?
totally. I don't think. I mean, you can totally just read the comic book. I don't. Or the series. You know, you don't have to. There's no. You don't need anything else to really to enjoy it. I think. But I think the rest of stuff is to, you know, if you go back and read the original emails, just makes it, I think, more fun,
Oh,
and
definitely.
kind of
Yeah.
see. And I, you know, I think the emails as a standalone thing are really, you know, entertaining. A lot of like friends and fans of what I do are like, oh, that's the best thing you've ever done. So to have it, to have a life after all these years, and to, you know, to now be this comic book is really cool, and to collaborate with Artyom, and you know, kind of see what, you know, how what he sees as, and it's just such a brilliant artist. So I'm like proud of it,
Yeah.
and I'm also a fan of it. You know,
I
I
love
think
that.
if I
Yeah.
did, you know, if it was just me, when the stuff that I do from, you know, it's just me doing the thing, I'm usually kind of like, okay, done with that, on to the next thing. But I'm as excited to read this as anyone else, and I think people are really going to dig it. And you don't have to be into metal or black metal to enjoy it. It's just like a fun, ridiculous
Oh yeah.
story.
No, I
Yeah,
love that. I think it's a gateway thing, and then if you dig it, then there's more. I love when there's all that additional content, and it
yeah,
also
totally.
get inspired and more. That's it's more icing on the cake.
Yeah,
Especially if you love the flavor of the cake. So you keep
yeah.
on going back for more bites. I think it's just delicious. Um,
hmm
how many issues is this? Will this run be?
It'll be 4, and then it'll be, I think sometime after that released as a graphic novel with everything in
Nice.
uh, one lovely edition. Yeah,
Wonderful. And
that's
maybe
my
another blood
understanding.
cover there too.
Yeah, I
You
hope
gotta go
so.
really 90s, like Day Glow, they had, the multi-variant covers. They had all kind of different kind of themed type stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
from that
And I
time.
mean, these covers are really like, there's so many. I don't
Yeah.
want to. I want them to surprise people, but there's just it's so badass.
Yeah.
Different artists and what they've been doing
I love it. I love this
with the
artwork. And
covers.
you mentioned Artyom. How did you did Hunter and the team over at Oni help find you this artist, or were you already familiar with his work?
I admittedly wasn't. You know, we they we talked about it, some different artists, and his name was one that came up, and I just fell in love instantly with his art. Like I'm not like I love comic books, and there's been periods in my life when I've been like fully you know obsessed, and then I haven't kept up as much in recent years. So I wasn't familiar with him, but I know what I like. I know what I like, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, boom, that's the guy. And then I think that uh, Hunter at Oni Press was like, "You got good taste. He's amazing." I'm like, I know, you know, because there's some stuff. Yeah, I mean, everything was great that I looked at, but his stuff and was just like, because I just wanted it to feel a certain way, and it was like he's just his style is just super gnarly, awesome. I'm sorry, my dog's
Oh no,
barking in
it's
the
all good. I got
background.
dogs too. I'm happy my dogs ain't barking, but it's all good.
Hmm.
I love it. This was great. Yeah, I'm with you. I've been off and on with comics too, and man, there's so many artists because now it's become such a global thing now with everybody. We can now communicate through the internet. A lot of people are doing all digital type of work now, so you
Yeah.
can really just send and work with artists in South Africa now and not have to worry about. Although there's something special about having a nice, piece on your wall. I don't know if you're an art collector, comic art collector.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
You know,
I have so much art, man. I can't. I'm in my messy office right now, but the rest of my actually, I have something. I have a couple things back here you can't really
nice.
see, but one is from. Gosh, I don't even know the artist offhand, but it's something from Fantagraphics. But
Oh, oh, like a crumb.
no, no. But I mean, Crumb. That's really like Crumb and like all those guys from back then, like like
Yeah.
Peter Bag and all those guys.
Oh, yes, yes. Hate.
Huge
Um,
fan.
I
Daniel
love it.
Clowes and all that.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely
yeah.
huge fan.
I
So
dig it. I
yeah.
dig it. Dark Regards, 4 issues starting in May, and then obviously collected. Are there more tales that possibly has there already been a demand? Has Hunter already been like, after you knock these out, would you be interested in doing some more work, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, the idea is to hopefully do more stuff based, kind of based on this little world from the emails. Yeah. I hope so. It's really fun. I mean, it's been an awesome, I had done like panels or like 1 page, 2 page things. Like I studied comics actually for a little while, like right after college, like with some different artists like Peter Cooper who did World War III, and so I've done that sort of thing, and but this was a real process of like learning, really writing the scripts, which I'd never done before, and like
Yeah.
and going learning the rules of like not to have like 10 speech bubbles in one frame and things like that.
Gotta spread it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I started in comic books and then started jumping more into film and then go back and forth now, myself personally as a creative. And but it's a fun process and it's a cool way to see, certain things, especially when you don't have a budget, what artists can bring to life. And I'm sure you were feeling that way when Artyom was turning these around and you got to see them along the way. It had to be exciting.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then also, just like, thinking about the story and then realizing, well, I have like this amount of pages and this, this ballpark of frames each page. And you have the story in your head and all this stuff, and then you got to go like, well, what's really going on here? What's essential? who needs to do these three guys need to deliver this message, or can one guy do it?
Yeah.
And so it's like really helped me, because I write books and screenplays and stuff too. I'm like, oh, I think I could do that stuff better having done this.
You know what? Yeah, I'm with you on that. With different projects, it helps you re-look at things in another way. I love that.
Yeah, it was really cool in that way, and also just kind of like wanting to. I really try to meet deadlines and stuff. So I was kind of like, I can't mess around. I just got to come on. So I was like pretty like harsh with myself, or like I wasn't too precious, and I think it really helped me.
Awesome. Well, I cannot wait to dig into this. Again, everybody, Dark Regards will drop from Oni Press in May. 4 issues, and then it'll be collected. Go check it out. Get all 4 issues. Get the trades. Get the one with Dave's blood in it. That's just insane.
Yeah, you'd be crazy not to. It's going to be a collector's item. All of it.
I can't wait to pick it up. Before I let you go, Dave, I know, again, you're multi-hyphenate. You got a lot of different things. I see, the goddamn Dave Hill show on radio over there. You've got your Tasty Nudes book. Are there any things else we can put some love and light on? Or maybe just throw your socials out so people can come check you out?
Yeah, I think, right now I'm just doing a lot of, I've been touring a lot. I've this coming out, the Dark Regards, obviously. I've been doing this one-man off-Broadway show in New York that's going to come back in April at La Poisson Rouge for a limited run, but it's been touring a lot. I've been out with Tenacious D a couple times in the last year or two. I'm doing shows with Bill Murray and his Blood Brothers coming up. I'll be doing all sorts of stuff. And out with Michael Shannon and Jason Narducci and friends right now. So yeah, I'm just touring a lot. But yeah, Instagram at Mr. Dave Hill, at Mr. Dave Hill, and pretty much same handle on all the things.
Wonderful.
And my website, davehillonline.com. Yeah.
There you go. All the links will be in the description. Go follow, subscribe, share, let everybody know about Dave Hill, especially if you're a comics fan, metal fan, comedian fan. Man, I'm a super fan, and I love all this energy. I'm feeling it, Dave.
Oh, cool.
And if you come through DC, I'm gonna have to come check you out. If you come
I will. Oh man, I was just there, just at 9:30 Club, but I'll be back soon, I'm sure.
Okay, I'll look for it. Thank you so much, Dave. It's a pleasure chatting with you. Please come back when the next project drops so I can give you your virtual flowers. But this is exciting. I dig it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me.
Definitely. Everybody, Dave Hill, Dark Regards, Oni Press drops in May. Go check it out. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir. There you go.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Awesome. Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule. Love
it. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julie.
Yes,
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes.
Thank you, ladies.
So much. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
It's your boy Kuya P. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world, all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys. Our recording. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.